Hi everyone, and welcome to the official launch of the WuPals Trading Card Game YouTube channel. I feel privileged to be here today to share with you some really exciting information of what is to come with the WuPals Trading Card Game, which is coming to Kickstarter in September of 2026. My hopes for today are to share with you a little bit about what is WuPals and the WuPals Trading Card Game. To showcase here a little bit about this massive Pokémon TCG giveaway that I'm hosting as a pre-launch celebration for the WuPals Trading Card Game hitting Kickstarter in September. And of course, to open 2 of these sealed booster packs of the WuPals Trading Card Game, because what would a launch be of a trading card game YouTube channel if there weren't pack openings involved? And I'm really excited to be able to share with you the awesome and beautiful cards that are inside. So to start out, let me share with you a little bit about what is WuPals and the WuPals Trading Card Game and how did it come into being. So this all goes back to 2019 when my son was born and I became a father for the first time. And it was a really exciting time for me. And I think I was experiencing what most new parents experience, which was the euphoria of being a parent. But also was severely sleep deprived. And so what I found myself doing in the evenings to wind down was I was researching online, the opposite of doom scrolling really. And I was enjoying looking up the mythology and folklore of creatures across different cultures. And I happened to stumble across the philosophy, the ancient Chinese philosophy of wuxing. And naturally, I opened that in Wikipedia and started going down the Wikipedia rabbit hole and learned about wuxing and this concept of the Earth's energy being held in harmony and balance by interactions across 5 core elements of the Earth. And this would be water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And as I was researching more, I was learning about the concepts of phases and cycles and agents in the ancient Chinese philosophy of wuxing. And a thought just struck me and occurred to me. I was like, this would make an awesome trading card game. And so then probably the manic episode that came after that, really over the course of a 2-day period, I created 147 different mythological cryptozoology creatures, all with different types and elemental abilities. And I created the conceptualization for a card game that would utilize the mechanics of cycles, phases, and agent systems as the philosophy of wuxing speaks. And then as a neurodivergent creative type person, I did the only natural thing after that, which was to do absolutely nothing with it and leave it untouched for years. So fast forward then a couple years to when my son is about 3 years old. And he and I are getting into Pokemon and the Pokémon TCG. And so we're getting packs, we're ripping packs, we're building decks and starting to learn how to play together. And I happened to stumble across the YouTube channel of A-Drive, also known as Daniel Clapp. And his Elestrals trading card game project that he launched on Kickstarter to wild success. And I watched and saw what he had done and was incredibly inspired by it. And I thought to myself, man, wow, like, look how successful this campaign was and this thing that Daniel has created. It feels somewhat similar to this concept of idea for WuPals that I had created years ago. And I started to have the inklings and inspiration to pursue it further. And then a really serendipitous thing happened. And I had the opportunity to actually connect with Daniel after he had launched the Elestrals Kickstarter campaign. And Daniel didn't have to meet with me. He was incredibly busy, stressed, I'm sure, about the launch of Elestrals and keeping up with product releases. But that was just the kind of person that Daniel is. He wanted to help, and he heard that I was inspired by what he had created and wanted to try to see if I could do something similar. So he met with me, and he shared with me a wealth of awesome resources that allowed me the opportunity to seriously pursue creating the WuPals Trading Card Game, which features crypto creatures, called WuPals, that are elemental creatures that battle on an ever-changing elemental landscape. And obviously part of this channel will be showcasing things like pack openings, like a playthrough video so you can learn how to play the trading card game, and also this beautiful master set binder of the full 217 cards of the WuPals Trading Card Game that will be released with the Kickstarter release in September. So we're going to have some awesome videos that are going to come up here that are really going to go in depth to showcase WuPals and the WuPals Trading Card Game. But let me go into the second segment, which is really to speak about something really near and dear to my heart, which has been this massive, high-value Pokemon trading card game giveaway that is completely free to enter. And you just have to be eligible, 18 years or older and residing in the United States and District of Columbia. But this was actually conceptualized in tandem with the WuPals Trading Card Game, and as I started to seriously pursue it, I envisioned the thought of being able to do something really exciting as a pre-launch celebration to give back to people that might be considering supporting this campaign for something that I love and that means a lot to me. And so I went around and I sought out over years 55 high-value items on this giveaway. And down in the description below, then there's going to be a link to the pre-launch page for the WuPals Trading Card Game Kickstarter, where you can learn more about the game and have the opportunity to pre-pledge. With just $1 pre-pledge, you get a special hollow foil card of Creature, the Shadow Aquatic WuPal. He's a very powerful card, and it's going to be a special prototype hollow foil card that's only available for those that pre-back. But that will be in the description below. But in addition to that, there will be a giveaway landing page link in the description below, and that's where you can enter the giveaway. And after having found these 55 high-value items, I have a funny story to share about this giveaway. As I entered into the pre-ads marketing phase, as I'm approaching September for the launch of the Kickstarter, I've been consulting with marketing firms and marketing support systems. And as I was sharing with them about this giveaway, the feedback that I was receiving was that, people who enter free to enter giveaways are not people that back campaigns. They don't support Kickstarter campaigns. They're there just to win free stuff, and that's all they're concerned about. So they were like, yeah, you could have spent that money on marketing and ads to target market specific populations of people that back campaigns, and that money would have gone to a much more useful purpose there to support what you're trying to do. And so I heard that a couple times and stepped back, and I got a little frustrated. And so I did the only thing that naturally made sense to me, which is I added 15 more high-value cards to the giveaway. And now there's 70. And some of them are higher value than the ones that you even see here today, and they're mysteries for now. But they will be revealed gradually throughout the entry window on this YouTube channel. So like, subscribe, and follow, and turn on notifications. As once you enter the giveaway, you're not going to want to miss the reveal videos that I have that I'll share with you about these 15 other high-value cards that have been added in addition to the 55 that you can see here today. And really, the reason that I did that and the reason I got a little frustrated in hearing that feedback was that, that all makes sense to me for trying to sell or market a product. But the giveaway for me is not about trying to sell you something. The giveaway is an important message, I think, of something that comes from a place of generosity and joy and wonder and excitement. And really what I'm hoping is to build community with you. And I hope that through this wonderful thing, that perhaps we may get connected as those who join the giveaway and those who pre-pledge to the Kickstarter campaign are going to get invited to a VIP and access a Discord server where I will have the opportunity to connect with you to hear your feedback and thoughts and excitement and engagement around what I've created with the WuPals Trading Card Game. And so for me, I think the roots go deeper than just I've created a card game, and I hope that you support me. And I guess I could illustrate that the best by sharing a little bit about how I came to be here, and how this project has progressed to where it is. I've gone through a lot of grief over the course of the past couple years. Most notably in December of 2024, before the Christmas holiday, the unexpected passing of my father to pancreatic cancer that none of us knew that he had. And within a 24 to 48 hour period of us learning about his diagnosis, he was gone. And I really thought about giving up on this project after the grief and the challenges that I faced following his death. And however, as I worked through that grieving process, there were memories that came back to me that were really special to me. And the first of those was that right around the time that I had first conceptualized this giveaway, I had purchased a sealed base set unlimited booster box from 1999, a Blue Wing Charizard, from a reputable dealer on eBay. And I had flown home to visit my family and my parents. And my wife and I met with my parents, my mom and my dad, at this little Italian shop that my dad always loved to go to because he always enjoyed getting the cheesesteaks with marinara. And we were sitting at dinner, and my wife was sharing with my parents about, like, hey, Eric's doing this thing. He's going to pursue creating this trading card game. And he conceptualized this whole giveaway that he wants to do in tandem. And then I shared with my parents memories, of course, of them calling them Pokemans, and also communicating how much of a waste of money Pokemon cards were, but yet would still buy them for us anyway. And I shared with them about the boon in trading card games in general, but also the Pokemon trading card game and vintage Pokemon cards from the pandemic. And they were flabbergasted to hear about this. And then I shared with them about, I got my hands on this awesome booster box, and I'm going to give it away. I'm going to do some giveaway stuff with all this. And my dad's eyes lit up, as they were not often to do. He was a very serious man. But his eyes lit up and he said, "That's incredible." So then there was another memory that came back to me of when I was 10, in 1999. And you all may remember when the first Pokemon movie released in theaters. And I wanted to go to the movie. And my older brother had phased out, by that point of Pokemon. It was lame. It wasn't cool anymore. And so he didn't want to go. My younger brother was still too young to really appreciate it. And my mom was like, I'm not interested in Pokemans. And my dad said, "Well, I'll take you." And so we went to see the movie together. And, because I knew that, they didn't quite understand the craze, and the phenomena, I was kind of nervous because I didn't know, like, is my father going to think this movie is really silly or just stupid? And we got to the end of the movie and we were walking out, and my dad turns to me and he says, "Eric, that was a really good movie and it had a really good message." And then this was over the weekend of its release. And we went to school on Monday, and I was in 5th grade, and I was in a class with a teacher who was really strict, very highly academically focused, had a lot of high expectations for all of us in the class. And he starts out the class in the morning saying, "How many of you in the class went to this stupid Pokemon movie and these Pokemon cards and stuff that are a waste of time?" And everybody was afraid, right? Because they were like, oh my gosh, he's leading out pretty strong with his opinion and perspective on all this. And so nobody said anything. And I was and still am, I guess, to some degree, a socially anxious person. And however, I raised my hand and I said, I went to go. And I saw the movie and I saw it with my dad. And when he walked out of the theater, he said that it had a really positive message. And the teacher was taken aback. And he kind of didn't know what to say then. And then he moved on, and we kind of moved on to the lessons and the focus on the academia for the day. But what that brings me back to is really like, what is this project really about for me, and what's the giveaway about? And for me, what it's about is there's a lot going on in the world. I don't know if you've been feeling it, but I know that I have. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of sadness and grief. And I just wanted to create something and do something that brought people joy, that reminded them about the fact that there's still opportunity for wonder and generosity and excitement and mystery, and that we have the opportunity to connect with each other and build community. And that, I think, to me is really what this project is all about. And so if that's something that excites you, something that you feel like you'd want to be a part of, I want to welcome and invite you into this fold. I have the desires to grow this as a franchise. I have a story, I have a universe and characters and ideas, and vision, and I can't do it all without your support. And so for any of those who are willing to jump in and support me with this project, I'm eternally grateful for that. And so let's close out, this video with pack openings so that you guys can kind of see, well, what is it specifically that I've created. And so what we have here are these first two sealed booster packs of the WuPals Trading Card Game. We have Yugi, the Yin Dragon, and Hoshan, the Yang Dragon. And so let's start out with the blue pack. Rip into this and see what we've got. All right, starting out here, we have Septipod. We have an agent card, Magistaff's Magic, which allows you to transcend one of your WuPals without adhering to its transcendence cost, which is a really vital thing if your proper board conditions are not in play to transcend. We have Deliflora, Sparkfly. We have a cycle card, Volcanic Eruption. We have Octopede. Satori, the Zen Baboon. Aura and Crystal type. I love that card. We have Jellyfauna. We have Puka's Midnight Ride, an agent card. It's very powerful. The Kerberos WuPal, Volcanic Shadow type, Canifer. Eriva. Weak. One of my personal favorites and one of the first ones that I had created. We have Leecham's Lifeblood, another agent card. And we have Plasmamber. Ooh, and we still have one more card. And Inebril, an Aura Dragon type. Awesome. So let's check out what we've got in the orange pack. All right, we've got Lobstar, Sprout, agent card Humongous' Suction Strength, extra Spirit Shadow type. One of my personal favorites, Puka, the mischievous horse spirit, water spirit. who is a Spirit, Magic, and Aqua type WuPal. Fossil. Garabid. This is also one of my personal favorites, an Ento, Aura, and Metal type. We have Helior. We have a Thunderstorm Cycle card. Pendril, who transcends from Sprout. Ooh, another one of my personal favorites as a character, but also as an agent card. Faragrin's Protection. We have another Jelly Flora. We have Germanero, the transcended form of, where would we have it here? Heliorb. Another Jellyfauna. And Perfumery. The final transcended phase of Thuffle. All right, well, if anything that you saw here excites you, makes you feel engaged, I would be over the moon for you to join this community and support this campaign. And I just appreciate you guys taking the time to share with me, your feedback if you enter into the Discord, but also just taking the time to listen to the story of how this card game was created and what it means to me personally and what I hope for it to mean to others. I hope that it brings a lot of joy and excitement to everyone. And I will look forward to seeing you all in these YouTube videos in the months to come as we lead up to the September Kickstarter launch. Just remember that in the description down below, you'll find the pre-launch page link where you can learn more about the WuPals Trading Card Game, and then you'll also find the giveaway link where you can enter this giveaway. The giveaway will be running until September 12th as the final day of entry. And then we will be opening the Vintage 1999 booster packs and also this HS Triumphant pack live during a live stream event on September 13th. And then after that live stream event is done and we see the cards that are inside and what the winners of those particular packs will be receiving, then there will also be the announcements of the 70 winners and which prizes they have won. So I'm really excited and looking forward to these next couple months, and I hope that you'll join me. And I hope to be seeing you all very soon. Thank you so much, and take care.